I want to talk about our LinkedIn profile because this is where it all starts, basically. So if we don't align our LinkedIn profile with what we actually do in terms of network building, nothing will happen the way we want, right? So I'd say, I won't throw out a percentage, but I'd say 90% of the people on LinkedIn are hoping to be found by someone, right? So for many, probably not many of us here, but the rest of the world here, people use LinkedIn as an online resume. Wouldn't you agree with that? And so when I say online resume, it's not necessarily true. People are great thinker, people are influencer, people are everything but what they are usually, right? So and what are the chances that this great influencer or this great person will be found by someone if there's many others? So I mean, it's I wasn't expecting to use this example, but I think I'll use it. It will make sense. Anyone know what Tinder is? Yeah. So if just a quick one, but if you're on Tinder and if you're not proactive, nothing happens, right? So no, but it's right. So LinkedIn is the same. If you're on LinkedIn and if you're just waiting that someone comes to you, it will take a long time, and things are moving, people are moving forward. Why would you wait, right? So and people are expecting to find a job through LinkedIn by just being on LinkedIn and staying there, right? So what are the chances that you find a job this way? I think they're pretty low, right? Because we all know that it's a lot easier to find a job through your network, through the people you know, through your family, through whatever it is, but it's usually through someone you know. So if you see that someone is on LinkedIn and has a great profile, almost too good to be true, what are the chances that this person suits your need or the other way around? So what else are you trying to achieve on being on LinkedIn? Are you trying to get more business? So if it's the case, I mean, if you're selling a service or a product, what are the chances that, because most of the time we will say, okay, our products are the best, your services are the best. You wouldn't say it the other way around, right? So I'm selling crap. No. So you're selling the best thing. So everyone is saying that. So what are the chances if the person don't know you that they will come to you and say, I totally agree. I don't trust you, I don't know you, but I totally agree in what you say. Please come and help me. No, it doesn't happen. So and you may actually have paid someone to build your LinkedIn profile. There's business in everything nowadays. So, you may have paid someone big money to build a good profile, but is it really working for you? Maybe not. Maybe you should just think on how your LinkedIn profile is helping you at the moment and how it can help you to be a lot better in what we do here, building your network, right? So one of the first things I think to understand and learn is, I'm sure most of the people here have heard of Boolean search. So finding the people that you're looking for on LinkedIn. So Boolean search are basically a search for you to find the people that you're looking for, not by going through Brisbane and through the 2 million of people that are here one by one. You can look for attributes, you can look for industries, you can look for whatever it is, but you can look for things, and you should know. I think Boolean search is one of the first tools to use properly and use it and know it works, especially when you say to someone new, because this is really where you get to not target, but find the like-minded people that you're looking for, and not just the random guy that will turn up here on a Monday, right? So on top of that, and they work really well together, is Linked Helper. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of Linked Helper. So with Linked Helper, there's basically no excuses of not making connections, right? It does it for you. But they work really well together. Boolean search, Linked Helper. You collect the people that you want to connect with, and then after that, Linked Helper just connect with these people for you and send the message that you want, right? The first message. Then it's all on your hands, right? Now, when you send a message to someone, I'm sure everyone here has received a message from someone on LinkedIn trying to sell something, right? Most of the time, you won't open it and you just throw it away, right? So when someone receives a message from you, what are the chances that this person will open it, read it, and then respond? Usually, especially if at the beginning you say, are you open to meet face to face, whatever the way you say it, but if you want to meet this person face to face, what are the chances that this person will actually reply to you? So this is where having a LinkedIn profile aligned with what you're trying to achieve is really important. People have to see, I think, that what you're trying to do in meeting them is not trying to sell them something, but that they will gain from the meeting.
Yes.
Everything is there for them, right? And you will get something along the way. But what's important is when people read your profile, they really think, so yes, it's on internet, and yes, anyone can write anything, but if you're pretty genuine about what you say and people get to meet you and you have the same discussion around, I can help you, I can introduce you to some people, I'm not here to sell you my widget or whatever it is, my services, I'm here to help you. So this is where I think your LinkedIn profile really comes in play. You really have to have your LinkedIn profile aligned with what you say, because if your LinkedIn profile is basically, yes, I'm Superman, I'm doing this, and this, and then the person still come and meet you here and you're all about, yeah, we're here to collaborate, it doesn't align and make sense, right?
Yeah.
So could we jump on LinkedIn and have a look at a couple of profiles that have really good summaries?
You would have to be signed in as somebody's LinkedIn here to see it.
Do you want to sign on mine?
Everyone can see your password.
Please give your password.
Please, everyone, close your eyes.
Yeah.
That's right.
If not, that's okay. I'll just read it loud. No, that's okay. Do you want me to read it through? Yeah. I just read one, and actually it's from you, Craig, so if you don't mind. Okay. So what he says in his introduction, just under his name and his profession and what he does, he's not talking about all the great power he has. He's talking about what you can get from this person when you meet him. Right? So I'm just gonna read that loud. If there was one factor I've seen throughout the last 25 years that has contributed the most to business success in any form, it's the relationship you build and maintain. With the right relationship, you find you're able to help many people, no matter what industry they're in, and people remember that and are willing to help you with your personal and business pursuits. But it starts with knowing people and building trust. If you find you're reading this and it resonates with you, I'd like to meet you, not just become an online connection. It doesn't matter whether you're in the accounting industry, which is his background, merely that you wish to build strong relationship with like-minded people that will benefit many over time. So, when someone read that, the guy is pretty genuine is what he says, right? So people would say, okay, even though we're not in the same industry and the person that's gonna meet Craig might be interested in a quick and very rapid transaction, Craig is here to help, right? Yeah. That's what he says, and so obviously he has to do it afterwards, but people don't feel trapped in a sort of pitching, services or product. And this is where I think it's important that we all look at our own profile and look at, okay, there's a section down the bottom for everyone to put their activities. Put what you do in your, what's your daily business, what you do, what are you, where are you awesome at? Just put it there. But I think it's really important that at the beginning, especially because people are, I'm going to say it, people are usually lazy, and I'm including myself in it. You will read the first couple of lines, and if it doesn't, appeal to you, you just pass it. So it has to be pretty clear that if you're connecting online, it's to meet face to face. Why? To build a relationship, to then open doors in the future, right? So there's other profile, but we're not gonna go through, especially because we're running a bit out of time. But it's really important that you build trust by giving first, right? So when people turn up on a Monday night, they've read through your profile that you actually here to help them, potentially open doors and so forth. Don't open all the doors the first night, but you have to be willing to give first, and then that will come in return, right? So just be aware of this. Now, one of the quick things, I'm jumping on something else now, but on LinkedIn, when you send out connections through Linked Helper, if you don't have enough responses, here we go. If you don't have enough responses, you might be blocked from LinkedIn. You might be restricted. So it's pretty annoying. Now there's tricks to avoid this. One trick is actually to, for example, share things on LinkedIn, write an article. You don't need to be a writer, just write. You can do things to avoid being restricted. Also, one of the things is when you send out heaps of connections, and you will see, if you knew it won't happen yet, but if you few months if you've been on the NBS for more than 6 months, let's say, you can clear out the connection that you've sent, the request. So you can clear them out. I mean, if you've tried to connect with someone 4 months ago and it didn't reply, no need to bother, right? You can delete that. And so you won't be, because I don't know really how LinkedIn works, but if you're connecting with too many people and you don't have enough people coming back to you, this is where they might restrict you. So you may as well, just remove some connections. And I think that's about it for now. Now, maybe we could put Kim, if you don't mind. Just have a look at her profile. We don't necessarily need to read everything, but if you read just those first 3 lines, and I think it's all about the people that is reading, right? It's not about Kim at all. Now, as Matt was saying before, some people might not be comfortable on, putting things on their profile, especially if it's the beginning, right? You might feel like it's out of your comfort zone. You just wanna, just put a little on your activity and that's it. But you need to if you want people to meet you face to face outside of just a normal coffee where they just go like robots, you need to explain why, and in a brief and quick way, so they can understand why you're trying to do this, and not just pitch them and sell them whatever it is. So don't be afraid. I mean, how many people have we got around that we don't know? If there's one person that get back to you and say something a bit weird or offensive, don't bother. There's how many other people we've got around, right? So, and if we've been able to do that since about a year, and new people turning up every week, I mean, surely there's people see the value in it, right? So don't worry about you don't receive heaps of them, but if I might have received, I think 2 or 3 people who just get back, no, I'm not interested in meeting face to face. Yeah, cool, okay. Next, all right? Don't bother. You don't need to argue online. That's the worst, right? So that's it for me.